Work boots for wide feet, and what are the best work boots for wide feet? So there's a very, very simple answer to this, and the best work boots for wide feet are obviously work boots that are wide enough. So how do we tell if our work boots are wide enough? And it's very simple as well. We can remove the insole from the boot, and what we do is we stand on the insole with our heel all the way back in the heel seat, and as long as our feet aren't wider than the insole, and usually the widest part to our feet is between the first and fifth metatarsal heads. So that's the joint behind the fifth toe and the joint behind the first toe. So as long as that part doesn't sit wider than the insole through here, the first and fifth metatarsal head, the work boot will be wide enough. The other thing we need to look for is obviously we don't have the toes go over the end of the insole also, because that'll be uncomfortable, and also that'll mean that the insole's too short. But we're looking at what's the best work boots for wide feet. Now, that being said, if we have a look at, so say for example, our work boots are wide enough, but we're still getting irritation from hitting into the end of the shoe or the sides of the shoe, there might be another problem. So the problem can sometimes be that the work boot is too wide and too roomy. So what some people do is they think, okay, I've got a wide foot, so I'll go for the widest work boot I can get. And if their foot isn't wide enough for the work boot, what happens, it allows a lot more room to move around, and you will get some irritation on the feet and toes. So the reason for that is, if we have a look at a work boot here, this is one of the Ergonx Elements work boots. It's widest between the first and fifth metatarsal heads. So these are the joints where your foot actually bends through in the foot. And the reason for that is because obviously the foot is the widest between the first and fifth metatarsal heads. So we need to accommodate that. All the other features of the boot, like where does it bend and where does the insole arch height end, is worked backwards from this widest point and where the foot actually bends. So if we choose a work boot, or if we go up a size to get more width, it can actually upset the mechanics of the foot, because the joints in our foot won't line up with where the foot bends. This can strain the foot. So it's really important to fit your work boot to the size of your foot and the width of your foot. So what we actually can do is we can customize the inside of the boot. If there's too much room in the boot, we can add an orthotic inner sole, like this one, and what happens is we can actually try and stop the foot from sliding forward in the boot and butting into the end of the boot if the boot is slightly too big. So this can help to customize the depth and how the foot functions inside the boot, by helping it to stop sliding through by catching on the arch. So if we have a look at how that actually looks inside the work boot, you can see here this long high arch support comes right up into the boot. You can imagine our foot sitting here, and as we go to walk, it doesn't actually slip forward because it's caught on this raise here, so it won't actually slip forward. So we need to fit our work boots so they're wide enough so our feet don't touch the sides or the ends, but then we don't want to fit them so big that there's so much room inside the boot that our feet will slop around. So what we find is a good mix of width and support, and this helps to keep the boot nice and stable and secure in the boot, so it won't slip around too much, while you won't have any pressure on the sides of your feet or from the toes. So the best work boots for a wide foot is one that's actually wide enough but not too wide, and we can help to keep the foot nice and stable and secure in the foot by not letting the foot slip and slop around if the boot is wide enough, but we don't want it to be too wide. So that's what we usually do in the podiatry clinic. We try and support the feet inside the boot so there's not too much room, and this will also help to reduce aches and pains in the feet, because the anatomy of the foot will be lining up with the functional aspects of the boot properly, because the boot will be the proper fit. I hope this helps get to the bottom of some of the questions. If you have any further questions, please comment. We're always happy to help out. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. It's really simple to do, and it really does help out our channel. If you need more information on the topics discussed, you can find some links in the description where they'll take you to our website where we can discuss this in a little bit more detail. If you have a specific question that you'd like answered, please comment in the comment section below, and we'll do our best to make a video to address your question. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.